You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Did you miss us? We were off for a couple days here in the States, enjoying Thanksgiving, eating lots of turkey and gaining weight. Of course, you can't tell on camera because it looks like I'm fat already. And speaking of that, for those of you that are allowing us to tickle your ears on Radio X in Australia, Dare Talk Radio, you can come over and join the chat live. We've got Randy from Channel 12 here. Welcome, Randy. And we have Chris. Chris is here. And Chris, I'm to inform you that we may have a special wheeled listener today that you know and love. So, and of course, my wonderful and psychotic co-host,
That's
Brenda.
right. All right.
Welcome.
First things first.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to push a disclaimer button before we
Yes,
talk.
please do that.
Yeah, because you're going to offend somebody today. So,
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson,
that's me.
and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
It's a shame that I have to do that.
Now, I will say this right now. We are going to severely apologize because we are going to piss off and offend some people today. So we're already apologizing now.
Yeah.
Get over it.
It could happen.
Hi, Wendell. Hi, Chris. Hi, Randy.
Yeah, it could happen. So we're
going
the
to
afternoon shock jock. So
afternoon shock jock.
Well,
That
actually,
might be better than a jock string, so we'll be all right.
Whoa, I got some bum cream also.
Yeah, well, you need to use that for your nuts that are riled up and stuck because I don't know what to tell you.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Smooth out your nuts there, Glenn. It'll be all
Good
right.
afternoon in Australia. It's 2:04 here on the East Coast. Over on the West Coast, if we really cared, it was 11:04 a.m.
Don't care.
Denver, it's 12:04. 1:04 in the afternoon in Chicago. Hello, Chris. I think you got some snow. And good morning to our fans in Australia, Perth. It is 3:05 a.m. In Sydney, well, you better make sure to keep a napkin nearby when I cause you to spit your burnt toast and coffee across the kitchen table. So,
Andy, I know you can hear me. Chris said hi.
Yeah. So, well, Brenda.
No.
We're almost to the full moon, so it's coming. It's coming. The winter it's the cold moon, right?
You know what this is? It's a tease to me. Well, the moon's coming. Three-Eyed Atlas is coming. You know what? You're all a bunch of duds. What can I say?
Three-Eyed really is coming. So, hello there, trolling person. No, I don't want to be your friend.
So. Oh, we got a troll. Woohoo! Hi, troll.
Already. Yeah, I don't care. Go away. Come over to the Sportcat shows on YouTube and find that subscribe button and hit it. It would help me out more than spamming me on Kick because
I found out something about Kick. I'm gonna have to take it off of my platform too.
Oh,
but somebody said that Kick is a platform that people use for dating apps. So no wonder why I keep getting people coming into the chat over on my show flirting. I'm like, the hell you think?
Well, if there's anybody on Kick that wants to send me boob pics, I mean,
oh geez. At Sportcat.
Yeah. Well, if you're on the United States side of the world, it's December 1st, and we have 85% illumination of the big white satellite moon. So it's still a waxing gibbous. Yeah. So we're almost to the full moon, December 5th. So
Yeah.
and in Australia, you're closer to it than we are. So
Yeah. Objects are closer than they may appear.
Yep. So
Uh,
here's
Here we
our update. We still have all four bearing down on us.
yeah.
And I didn't look up the other asteroid, but they're both going to come in and be directly on either side of us, and they're all going to bomb apparently our sun too. But
yeah, and we cannot confirm or deny that inside that stupid rock is rows of alien reptilians that have been asleep for decades, and they're going to come to the planet and not harm us. Bullshit, they're going to be hungry. They're going to eat us.
Oh Lord, we're already going there. We haven't got to the story yet, and you're already off on ooh.
I don't care. They're going to eat us.
Well, they could. So yeah, it's like take us to your leader, and I'll be like, who?
You're a lion, dog, face, pony soldier.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
Go
right.
get him. So go get him.
You know those little things that they put on the end of the turkey legs, those little white things that kind of look like chef hats, but they put them at the end of the turkey foot leg?
If
I'm
Andy
gonna look.
ever says he's not sending those test messages,
Shit, I hit the wrong
he's a
button.
lion, dog, face, pony soldier.
Andy,
Hit
send
the
them the
wrong
text
button.
messages.
Yeah, I meant to hit this when you were talking about the little things
shit.
on the end of your.
Yeah, no. I'm going to look funny because I'm going to need a little one for my foot, but I'm going to need a big one for my nub, and I'm not going to be that one that they're going to say
Do they
I
make
want
nub
dark
condoms? So,
meat. Actually, yes, they do.
oh, why did I ask?
Because when I first had this done, they gave me a sleeve to put over it, and I had to sit with it.
Why did I ask?
You asked. Shit, I might as well tell you. Go ahead.
If anybody wants to buy nub condom for Brenda, she'll sign it and send it back to you for a fee.
Oh my God.
So if you see any demons or anything in my background here today, it's because my wife was going around with smoke around me and dancing and spinning and chanting, and I don't know, I heard something about
You
eye
should have
of
put a
meat
spell on
and
you
some
so you'll poop your pants while you're online.
Yeah, well, that could happen either way. So
If I know your wife, your teeth are gonna fall out or something.
yeah, well, you know. Randy, you're old. Why do you need them? You should be shooting blanks at your age. So
You're
right.
married. You don't need them.
Yeah. Yeah. That baby comes out looking a little darker than you. You might ask some questions, Randy. I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
All right, Brenda. So I figure I'll give you some choices because we've been off for a couple days. So I can give you some choices. We can go all the way back to let's go back to Thanksgiving and see if you got any of these. Oh, we failed.
These
that
are
one.
so hard. You need to do the ones that, see if you're smarter than a fifth grader. Okay, let's find some. What options do we
10
have?
most educated U.S. states. No, we're probably not that one. Typing with Jeppy. I don't know who Jeppy
Who is
is.
Jeppy?
I don't know. So I guess we can't do that one. The
Geppetto?
first country to do it, well, maybe. The biggest cities on a map in Italy. Nope, that ain't happening. NBA team logos. No, not for you. Country shapes in a crossword. No, that don't sound like fun. Countries with tropical rainforests and glaciers. No. U.S. cities with the most top census appearances. Yeah, probably not. British history quiz. Oh, definitely not. Elements of the periodic table. No, because I'm not a scientist.
Okay.
You can tune into another show for the hate channel on that. Countries of Asia by flag and first letter. No. New England states. Now that might be one. We might get that one. Countries that use the peso. Oh, I skipped over the dictator files, Joseph Stalin's. Mirror words. No, I don't know about that one. The world's biggest islands. Maybe. Random U.S. states on a map. Well, maybe we could do that one.
Random. Okay.
NFL football teams. No, you probably wouldn't do too good at that.
I
Of
might be all right
something
with that.
movie titles.
Let's do NFL teams.
You sure? That one?
I might shock you.
How about
and
a
I got-
general knowledge quiz?
No, fuck that. No, you should do the NFL. I got Chris over here. He'll help me out.
All right, so you want to do NFL teams? All right.
Yeah, we're on a timer. Let's do it.
But
Will they
apparently it's a
show us
one.
things?
Oh, look at this. No, you got to name NFC East, South, AFC.
What?
You sure you want this one?
But that's not. Get
I
rid
could
of that.
probably. Yeah, I could probably do that one. I don't know. I'd have to.
What
cheat.
else we got?
General knowledge quiz.
No. Well,
Words.
all right.
Words for leaders.
Let's do the
we-
general knowledge. That might be fun. It'll really show how stupid we are, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Well, the first question we already need to call Chris. What country has 2.3 popes per square kilometer? I have no idea what the hell that symbol means. Yeah, we're not gonna-
That might be the Vatican, Rome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll do that one.
That might be Rome.
Words for leaders, maybe.
Chris said
okay.
Dallas, Washington, New York Giants, and Philadelphia. I don't know what
Let's
the hell
see.
he's talking
That's
about.
the NFC East.
Oh,
So yeah, and technically it should be Philadelphia, Dallas, New York, Washington, because it's
Philadelphia.
currently where they are ranked. So, but I do have. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. I gotta. We're gonna come to that.
Ooh,
That right
oh,
there. That
looked
right
like-
there.
That hurt.
That right there. That was probably the greatest catch of the season. So, yeah, that's probably the greatest catch of the season with the fingertips that were broken. Yeah, probably. Yeah, the Washington Commanders, aka Redskins.
Magnet.
They caught. Yeah, probably offended somebody. No, there's no magnet. He's probably got. What do you call it? Stickum on his gloves, but that's legal.
Stick them.
I don't know what it's called, stick 'em. So, and then we'll get back to this because I got a bone to pick with that story.
right.
12 Days of Christmas. Can we handle the 12 Days of Christmas?
Sure. Why not? What the hell?
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. You got to go in order. The only thing I can picture is the Canadian, the 12 Days of Christmas. My bride gave me a beer. So,
Your bride gave you a beer
yeah, it's
and only one?
take off. Oh God, what the hell? I can't think of the name. Previous letters in the alphabet. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which alphabet?
Well, ours. What's the
sure?
letter before E? D. Yeah, right?
Well, that one's so stupid.
Yeah, but we'll fail it. So, all right, maybe we're not going to do a quiz today. We're too stupid to. Strange brew. That's right.
Strange brew. That's strange brew.
Where we go? We already did the American colonies and failed at
You
that.
need
What
to-
is happening?
Yeah,
Jeff?
you need to find another one, another site.
The frick is
Because
Jeff?
I like doing the trivia, but they give us such stupid ones. We look really dumb.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Mirror words, forwards, deity, backwards, canine. What? I have no clue. Yeah, we may not do a quiz today.
I'm done. Stick a fork in me.
Random U.S. states on a map. Now this one we might could do.
I see Texas.
Well, All right, we'll try and do this one. We're guaranteed to fuck this up. So now, do I have to type the whole? Do I have to type the whole characters, or can I just put in the abbreviation? Oh, what state is it? Let's Washington.
Put in. God, that's ugly.
Isn't it Washington?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, you have to put in the whole thing. Oh, that's Idaho.
Oh.
WHO. That's Oregon.
Yep.
What's this over here? It's Montana, isn't it? Montana? Is that Montana?
Yep.
What is? Oh shit! Well, I know that's Michigan.
Woohoo!
Michigan. How the hell? What the hell? It didn't take Montana. Jesus. Go back. Montana. No. Enter. What? Isn't it the correct?
Wait, pull it back
Montana?
on the map. Let me look.
It's not Montana. No, that's not. That's North South Dakota. It's Montana. It's Idaho.
Yeah, Montana's up. What is that?
What is it? That's
that
North
Idaho?
South Dakota.
No, that's not Idaho.
Okay, we're gonna go over here. That's Kansas, right? We'll go to that one.
What are you pointing at? Oh, okay, the one with the little white thing on it. That must be your cursor.
Yeah, that's Kansas. But no, that's not Kansas. Shit. Well, I know this one's Tennessee. I can get that one right. What the hell? Oh, well, I guess
we should start on the bottom with Florida, Georgia, Tennessee,
Wyoming,
Texas. Oh,
damn
that's
it,
right.
Wyoming.
Oh, fucking shit. Sorry, Wyoming. We forgot all about you because
I had that one. I just spelled it wrong. Michigan. That's Missouri. That's Kansas. Kansas is a state, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It wouldn't
take Tennessee. There's Alabama. No, there's Alabama. There's Mississippi, Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania. Yeah,
you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Yeah. Well. All right, so we didn't know that one. So.
Oh my God! All right, don't tell anybody about this, y'all.
Yeah. And I mean, I look at the general. Jesus, there's a lot of questions on there. What is the largest company in Japan by revenue?
I don't know. You want me to look it up? It doesn't give us enough time to do that.
No, it doesn't give us time to cheat. That's not fair. Chris, you are tasked with finding us a better Jeopardy or trivia thing.
Yeah, please.
Because
my God.
And get one for kindergartners, please. All right, we're gonna.
Oh, here we go.
All right, Brenda, what is special about these three words? Herb, job, Polish. Herb, job, Polish. What is special about those three words?
Sausage.
Sausage is a job to you?
You're a guy. You tell me.
It's not a job. It's a task. Herb, job, Polish. You don't have a clue? I don't know. Anybody in the Wendell says Sony. I was going to say that. No, it's not. That's not Japan. That's China. Herb, job, Polish. Anybody in the audience got a clue? You know, the radio listeners are listening to this going, these people are dumb as shit.
I know, right?
Why do we listen to these stupid Americans?
Not
Trust
really.
me.
We're faking. We're faking it.
I ask myself that every day. Why am I blessed to have listeners? Herb, job, Polish.
Sausage. Oh.
Linda says, anybody, we're going to chat a few minutes to Kara. Not a few minutes, but a little bit of time to catch
Farmland.
up. Herb,
I don't know. Farmland.
Herb. So, well, that's a name. Job, that's a name. Polish isn't a name. All three can be adjectives. Is what Chris. God damn! I need to fire you and get Chris.
Maybe.
He's apparently smart.
Shut up.
All right, let's see. They are pronounced differently when capitalized. What?
Okay, that thing's dumber than we are.
How do you pronounce Polish different? Polish. It's Polish. It's Polish. It's French. Jesus Christ. John Wooden is the quote of the day. failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Well, that's pretty true. If you don't prepare, you're going to fail. And if you fail, you didn't prepare. It's pretty much the same thing.
It's like us. We jump on here 5 minutes before the show going, what are we doing?
You do. I don't. I've been
Hey,
researching
shut
for
up.
2 hours.
You sit and just listen to crap. And then you get mad.
I listen to our competitors while we're on, or while I'm preparing, so that I know if they're going to scoop me on something, because a lot of times what those bastards will do will be watching my show and they don't hit the thumbs up button or subscribe. You bastards, I see you. And then they run with my story. Like, this is, I came up with this story all on my own. No, you didn't, you lying idiot. At least give me a subscribe, for God's sakes, if you're going to steal my shit.
At least hit the like button.
God, what's wrong with them? So
I don't know. God,
this day in 1969, Vietnam, or is it Vietnam? Depends on the pronunciation. War draft. The U.S. Selective Service conducted its first lottery to determine the order to call military service for the Vietnam War. First was drawn September 14th, making registrants with that birthday the first to be called. So it was your birthday, huh? The draft applied to men between January 1st, 1944 and January 31st, 1950.
Well,
so
if they called you, just can't hit the day.
If you were born, hey, it's your birthday, you're going to die. So
well, I was born the 9th, so you know.
Yeah, well,
I don't.
Well, count. You couldn't be drafted. You have breasticles, so you couldn't be drafted. So, on this day,
well, that's racist. That's discrimination.
That would be sexist. It's not racist.
It's discrimination.
Always trying to bring race into something. Jesus Christ!
Because I have boobs, I can't be drafted. What?
Yeah, that's.
You know how many women don't have boobs?
Those are called trans, and they can't be drafted.
Here we go. Let's just jump in with both feet. Well, I only have one, so we'll have three. We'll have three total.
This day in 1955, Rosa Parks refuses to give up her seat on a bus. She initially seated herself in the back of the bus. However, when the whites only section became full, the bus driver declared the section she was sitting is now whites only and asked her and several other blacks to move. The others moved, but she refused, prompting her arrest. Her arrest led by a year-long city bus boycott, which led to the, I can push read more, ruling that bus segregation was unconstitutional. Yeah, she shouldn't have had to get up. And what made that bus driver say that suddenly, was he the judge? That suddenly that's a white-only section? Yeah, screw him. So he's probably an old white guy.
You should have just got up, walked around him, and sat in the driver's seat and said, "Fuck it, I'm taking the bus."
So it just goes, all old white people need to die. So
my daughter says that.
XTI becomes blonde bombshell on this day in 1952. Okay, it's a front page story. XTI becomes blonde bombshell. Christine Jorgensen, she had just underwent sex change surgery.
Yep, I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were
first widely known sex change recipient in the United States. The headline made her an instant celebrity, and in today's world, that would be called clickbait. So,
yeah, why not?
And she went on to write a personal autobiography. So, well, she did her time in the military, and then went and lived her life. Apparently,
that's bad. See, that goes with what you said. I can't be drafted because I have boobs. So she turned around and had a sex change so she could go in the military. What kind of bullshit?
She's already out. She was out. She was ex. So she did her time, and then she went and cut off her penis.
Oh.
So, or he cut off his penis. Whatever the hell it is. So
I see.
World War II on this date, 1942, national gas rationing. In order to conserve gas and rubber, don't start, for the war effort, nationwide gas rationing in the U.S. goes in effect. There is an extreme shortage of natural rubber. That's why they use sheepskins. As Japan had conquered many of the rubber-producing regions in South Asia. To receive a gas rationing card, a driver had to certify a need for gasoline and the ownership of no more than 5 tires. Excess tires were confiscated by the government due to the rubber shortage. The lowest priority rationing allowed only 3 gallons a week. That's 11 liters for our other friends. Military industry workers were allowed up to 8 gallons. That's 30 liters per week. Truckers, doctors, clergy, policemen, firemen, and civil defense workers were unrestricted. 17 eastern states had begun rationing the previous May. Other measures that would be taken to conserve fuel and rubber led to the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit known as the Victory speed limit, banning of new car sales, and all forms of automobile racing, including the Indy 500. Wow.
So if you run out of gas and you don't have a gas can, everybody step up and use your condoms. Just go fill those suckers up with a little bit of gas and throw them in your gas tank.
There you go.
That's what they're used for. Why not? What the hell?
This day in 1941, World War II, Japan's sanction war. Japanese Prime Minister Hideki Tojo sanctions war against the United States, United Kingdom, and the Kingdom of the Netherlands. A week later, the Japanese would attack Pearl Harbor and officially declare war against the U.S. and Great Britain. So, all right. Ford's moving assembly line. This day in 1913, Fords began using a moving assembly line for mass production of the entire automobile. This reduced the time to build a Model T from over 12 hours to 2.5 hours. Further improvements in the assembly line over the next year reduced this time to 93 minutes. Hey, about the same amount of time it takes us to cut you out of one. Ford has been inspired by the Chicago meat packers. There you go, Brenda.
Meat packers. What?
Ford had been inspired by the Chicago meat packers, where cows and hogs were slaughtered, dressed, and packed using overhead trolleys that took the meat from worker to worker. Those are words I didn't think I'd ever use. Took meat from worker to worker. Otherwise, that's how John Holmes made it clear. Ford implemented his first moving assembly line the previous April for the production of the flywheel magnetos, whatever the hell that is. So now wonder, with AI and robots, how long it takes to make a standard car. So
pretty soon, AI robots are going to be doing everything. All we're going to have to do is sit here and push a button, and it'll do the whole damn show all by itself.
Well, that's probably true. So I'm getting old. Somebody's going to have to replace me. So
your grandson, probably.
He's already trying. So
yeah, he gets on.
You know what buttons to push.
So, he talks to me when the show's over. Hi, what you doing?
Yeah. You got it wrong, Brenda. It's what you doing. So,
what you doing? Okay, that's
yes, what you doing.
Got it wrong. You got it wrong.
On this day in 1842, the first U.S. naval officer was executed for mutiny. Hey, how many years later we're going to do the same thing? 19-year-old midshipman Philip Spencer. He's only 19. And he was hung from the yard arm of the USS Somers for attempted mutiny. His father was President John Tyler's Secretary of War at the time. Wow, the Secretary of War's son was hung. Spencer joined the Navy with the help of his father, John C. Spencer, the current U.S. Secretary of War. He twice assaulted an officer aboard the USS North Carolina while under the influence of alcohol. Why were you drinking on his ship?
Did they call it Secretary of War back then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and then somebody changed it.
The SecDef. Yeah. Yeah.
And now we're back to it again.
The Secretary of War. Yeah. Do you not know your history? So
Well,
no, never mind. I know the answer to that. So he was then reassigned to the USS John Adams, where he was involved in a drunken brawl with a Royal Naval officer while on shore leave. At least he was on shore leave at that
I'm
time.
pretty sure they didn't teach us all that in history.
He attempted to avoid court-martial by resigning, but his resignation was rejected and he was reassigned to the USS Somers. He was accused of forming a plan with two other sailors to seize the Somers and sail her as a pirate ship. Well, when to be pirates when we grew up. The three men were hung on the yardarms. The Somers affair was the inspiration for the Billy Budd character in Herman Melville's novel Billy Budd Sailor. Melville was the first cousin of an officer aboard the ship.
Hey,
so there you go. Secretary of War had his son hung on his ship.
We don't care.
Because he was drunk. Huh? All right. This day in 1824, Andrew Jackson won the vote but lost the presidency. He defeated John Quincy Adams 99 to 84 electoral votes in the U.S. presidential election. However, since this vote was not the necessary majority, it was turned over to the House of Representatives as per the 12th Amendment. They eventually chose Adams, making him president. This infuriated Jackson's supporters since Jackson had won both the electoral and the popular. He ran again the next presidential election of 1828, defeating Adams in a landslide. That's kind of repeat history there, wouldn't it? So,
yeah. How many times have I said history repeats itself?
Yeah, well, catch up here in the comments. Chris wants to apologize to Andy.
Chris wants to apologize to Andy. Oh, and Chris, Andy said hi.
Meatpackers District is probably where a certain bar type may be found. Oh, okay. Trump would look great in that Quincy Adams suit. Yeah. The best looking suit anybody had ever seen.
The biggest, beautiful, best looking suit anybody's ever seen. That's
this day in 1994. Jim Baker was released from prison. Remember him?
Oh, God. Yes, I remember him. And
former leader of the PTL. Jim Baker is released from prison after serving 4.5 years for milking his followers out of $158 million.
Mm-hmm.
His 1996 book, I Was Wrong. Baker admitted that the first time he actually read the Bible all the way through was while he was in prison. That's good to know. And realized that he had taken passages out of context
of course,
support his theology. So let me get this straight. You're teaching me something from a book you've never read. Yeah, hypocrite.
They all do that. They only go to certain passages. That's why I quit going to church. I sit here and just
going to
read
church
myself.
because they said you couldn't show up drunk and naked, Brenda. Jesus.
What?
That's why I quit going to church.
Oh.
You weren't allowed to show up drunk and naked. That's all.
What?
Cardboard wrapper.
Oops, sorry, wrong building.
I want the handicap strip club next door.
I was looking for the strip club next door. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, December 1st, 1992. Police rush a video store and draw weapons on an armed gunman. The gunman turned out to be a cardboard cutout of Denzel Washington. Racist. A passerby had reported seeing a gunman inside the store. 7 cruisers rushed to the video store only to find a cardboard cutout of Denzel dressed as a police officer and holding a gun to promote the movie Ricochet.
Dude, if I was the clerk that worked there, I would be like grabbing my chest and falling to the floor saying, I'm suing. I'm suing. You guys scared the crap out of me and gave me a heart attack.
Back then, people were different. We shot cardboard targets.
Why not?
Jesus. Eurotunnel, December 1st, 1990. The first stage of the tunnel under the English Channel connecting Britain and France is completed. And the tunnel was completed in 1994. All right. 1989, Pope John Paul II and Mikhail Gorbachev met in Rome, signaling the end of 70 years of hostility between the Vatican and the USSR. Chris says, I ripped you off for a ton of cash talking about a book I never read. Now I'm selling you a book to get more money off of you, where I tell you exactly how I ripped you off the first time. Exactly.
And I wonder if Denzel knows that the cops tried to shoot his cardboard cutout.
These people get rich. I can't get subscribers on my show to get monetized. Jesus Christ.
The big churches, oh wow, yeah.
Especially. They're all over Atlanta. I have not seen a small church here in Atlanta. I'm sure they exist, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I just sit here in my room, put the Bible and my other books on the table, and I just read them with the magnifying glass. So, you
could have AI read it to you. So
I need to start doing that because my eyesight's getting so doggone bad. I'm going to have to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach my dog, Sin, he's my service dog. I'm going to teach him how to sit up here and type for me.
Why do you keep running over your service dog, though?
I don't run him over. He moves now, but he gets behind me and he does circles. Instead of moving out of my way, he circles his way out of my way. Like Jack calls him.
Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep.
No, I don't. But Jack calls the dog Roomba because he does circles and his tail sweeps the floor.
Jeez.
As he's moving.
First woman was elected to British Parliament this day in 1919. American-born British politician Viscountess Lady Astor takes her seat in the House of Commons. She served from 1919 to 1945. Okay. Chris says that Osteen Church in Houston is the old Rockets basketball stadium building. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Don't doubt that.
December 1st, birthdays. Richard Pryor. He was a great comedian. Yeah. Woody Allen. He was born 1935. Richard was born in 1940. Wow. Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Madame Tussaud, the French wax, it's easy for me to say, sculpture, was founded in 1835. Well, it's her birthday. So
that lady kind of creeps me out.
Well, that's not really her. That's the wax.
Well, okay, so it creeps me out.
All right,
I'd get a lighter and have to melt her or something. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I don't like that.
Chilton. You remember her? She was born this day in 1958. Richard Keith. Little Ricky. 1950. Elizabeth Bauer. She's a actress. Ironside. Okay. Bette Midler. She was born this day in 1945. Yeah, she's a singer, actress, and isn't she on The View?
God, I don't think so.
She's not. I swear to God, I thought she was. John Dinsmore, a drummer with the Doors. He was born this day in 1944. Lee Trevino. He was born this day in 1939. He's a golfer. Diane Lemon, American singer with the Lemon Sisters. She was born in 1939.
Okay, wait. Who's the Lemon Sisters?
Lou Rawls. And that soft, sultry, sexy voice. He was born this day in 1933. David Doyle. Oh, my man, Charlie. He was born this day in 1929. Mary Martin, an Emmy-winning actress from Peter Pan, was born this day in 1913. Founder of John Birch Society, Robert Welch. Why the hell did he name it the Robert Welch Society? He was born this day in 1899. He's a candy executive who developed the Sugar Daddy in Junior Mint.
Oh, wow, I remember Sugar Daddies. I know they still make junior mints. I haven't seen a sugar daddy in forever.
You haven't seen a sugar daddy, and I was craving a peppermint patty. I don't think, do they still make those?
Yes. They're
Well,
usually in my candy drawer in the fridge.
Well,
So yeah.
I still can't find what is it? Red Hots, Fireballs. I still haven't been able to find them. Cyril Richard. He was Peter Pan's Captain Hook, born this day in 1898. Rex Todd Hunter Stout. See, that's when your parents wouldn't give you 3 names, and so they just combine them. You're Todd Hunter.
Well, that's my name. I separated my name. My mom called me Brenda Lee. Brenda Lee. No, my name was Brenda Lee. I separated and took the Lee in the middle for a middle name.
I told you about the girl that I ran the call in, and her name was Baby Girl, didn't I?
Yeah, you told me about that. Who the hell did... I'm not gonna.
They didn't name her.
Too lazy to name my kid.
She was Baby Girl Smith, and so through her whole life, she thought it was a nickname. She went to get her driver's license, and her name was Baby Girl. So, Alexander of Denmark.
I'd have went back and slapped my parents.
Well,
just saying.
Chris says you can find some Fireballs in the meatpacking district. Chris, do you frequent the meatpacking district? So just asking for a friend. So.
He does. Him and Steve.
Whoa. Who the hell's Steve?
He's his little friend. I told you we're not going to call him that anymore. We're going to call him
little friend. You can't. Okay.
Oh man.
1903, on this date, the first Western film, The Great Train Robbery, is released. 2003, The Return of the King. And it wasn't King Kong. It was the third and final film of the Lord of the Rings series. So.
So it wasn't Elvis either then, huh?
Well, no, he was long gone.
Okay.
Fran Litz, age 11, debuts as a pianist in Vienna. This day in 1822, a pianist.
A penis?
A pianist. I got a joke about that. 1973, Jack Nicklaus finishes 13 under par, 275 to win Disney World by 1 stroke over Mason Rudolph. Becomes the first to reach 2 million in PGA earnings. Well, shit, they get that for walking across the street now. Shit. Let's see. We talked about that. Molly Burkhardt. She was born. She was targeted during the Osage Indian murders. Okay. Her family was. Oh, all right. Sergei Kirov is assassinated. All right. The Somerton man is discovered. Body of an unknown man who turned up on a park beach in Australia, leaving police mystified. He carried no wallet or identification, which led police to believe he died by suicide. But coroners insisted there was more to the story. They've spent decades following the twisting trails to determine who the so-called Somerton man was. And it wasn't until July of 2022, the University of Adelaide announced they believed they identified the man as Carl Charles Webb. Nevertheless, the story of how he died and the strange clues he left behind remains a mystery. I've never heard that story, so
I don't know. I'm ready to get to the news.
Yeah. All right. The Antarctic Treaty is signed in 1959 this day. So there you go. Let's see. Today in history, we talked about that. And there's nobody on the bus.
I know, right?
Yeah, what the hell?
Selfish bastards.
I don't know. So. In 1824, we talked about that. The presidential election being overturned. Why the hell didn't they try it with Trump? Shit, they tried everything else. So.
Don't remind them. They'll probably try now.
Why not? No, they tried everything else. Jesus Christ. So, let's see. I was talking about General Flynn. Oh yeah, we want to say happy birthday. It's the 54th birthday of Kristi Noem. So her birthday was yesterday, I believe. So happy birthday to Kristi Noem. She's still hot. So, Yeah, she's still pretty smoking hot. So
she'll beat you up.
and I would let her gladly. Can she do it naked? Today is World's AIDS Day. I don't have that much money. Bifocals at the Monitor Day. What? Hold on. Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day. So it's a day you take them off. What? What? Just take off your glasses. That's all. Central African Republic Day. Okay. Commutation Day. Okay. Day Without Art Day. Well, that's pretty much every day for me. Eat a Red Apple Day.
Yeah, okay.
Today is Freedom and Democracy Day in Chad. So Chad, he got his freedom and democracy today. Indigenous Faith Day in Arunachal Pradesh. There you go. So it's Kazakhstan's first President's Day, National Cookie Cutter Day. Brenda, it's National Package Protection Day, National Peppermint Bark Day, National Women's Support Day. Jeez, how many days do people get? There's all kinds of Portugal days, Prisoners for Peace Day, and of course it's tree lighting day in many places. So we got a story about that. Rosa Parks Day. We got a tree lighting story we got to get to. So we may not get to the stuff we're supposed to be here for. Walt Disney Day. Did we say that? Wear a dress day. Brenda, are you wearing a dress?
Well, I have a long shirt on with no pants. Does that count?
Are you wearing panties? Randy wants to know.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Women don't do like men in free ball, okay? Well, most women.
Civil Air Patrol Day. I wanted to join the Civil Air Patrol, and I was going to join because I was being forced into retirement and was bored as shit. And I thought, well, as a flight medic, I could do Civil Air Patrol. I went to their meeting and they were like fighting each other, and I'm like, I'm not getting involved in this. Whatever. Cyber Monday Day. It's the Great Union Day, Brenda. So
okay.
And it's Christmas Light Day. Mrs. Sportcat will be putting up the Christmas lights. National Fried Pie Day. Randy says he never wears pants. You and Brenda get along just great. National Pie Day. Man, I had apple pie. Paige made chocolate pie and pecan pie. Whew.
I had pumpkin pie and whipped cream.
Who eats that? No. Ugh. I could have used some whipped cream on the chocolate pie.
You had chocolate pie without the cream on the top?
Yes, I did. I know. It's
Paige?
It's anti-Christ. So
yeah.
It was a nude chocolate pie. It might as well just been a brownie with pie shell.
It was a nude chocolate pie.
Yeah, totally nude. It didn't have any white cream on the top.
Did she put a pole through the center of it?
No.
She probably should have.
The 335th day of 2025 and 71 days of autumn. The 71st day of autumn. So there
sure.
You go. Mm-hmm.
Our high is 47 here today. Tell me it's autumn.
Yeah, it's autumn. So let's see here. We'll talk about sports too today because we're going to upset you with that. 20 days until winter begins. So yeah. What's the best way to prolong the life of my Christmas cactus, Brenda? What's the best way to prolong the life of my Christmas cactus?
Well, what I do with my cactuses is they get watered every 2 weeks, and they like music.
Music.
Yeah.
Okay. So
not that kind of music. Oh, you mean protect them from the winter? Is that what you're talking about?
No, Brenda.
Oh, because I was going to say you got to put plastic over them.
Brenda. When the buds of a Christmas cactus look as if they're about to open, make sure you water the plant regularly and keep it cool. See, my advice as a paramedic would have been to put aspirin in it. So
no, I put that in roses. I put that in flowers. Plants don't like the aspirin.
All right.
So-
Word of the day is mammatus cloud. Mammatus cloud. The sinking air in the thunderstorms can form a sack-like cloud known as mammatus or mammo clouds. They look ominous, but are actually a sign a thunderstorm is weakening. They look like the upside-down pans of biscuits or a cow's udder. They just didn't want to say breasts. They didn't want to say they look like tits.
It's like a nipple.
There's a nipple on my cloud. It's coming right at my eye. So I don't know if I can think about baseball, Chris. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to leave that alone. So breaking news as we came on. So there's been so much news since you and I last met. In case you've lived under a rock and didn't know, 2 West Virginia U.S. National Guard soldiers, they were from an MP company, were ambushed. And one, the young lady, she succumbed to her injuries, Sarah Backstrom. She was shot in the head. She was shot in the back of the head by coward terrorists. Now, the other gentleman, he is supposedly Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. He's 24 and he's from West Virginia. He's still in serious condition, but he is showing encouraging signs. He's able to thumbs up and wiggle his toes and shake his head. So they're small steps, but you know, he was shot in the head. So anything is a great sign of improvement. So,
True.
and
True.
Apparently his parents have been there since pretty much hours afterwards. So they were both in the military, 863rd Military Police Company. So, all right. So I'm going to get on a pissed off rant here because
Hang on. First of all, they were MPs. Why were they not armed? MPs are
They were
always
armed.
armed.
they were armed.
I heard somebody
But
say
that's
they
what
were
I'm about
unarmed.
to go into. No, they were armed, and you see this is today's New York Post, and here is the bad guy, the piece of shit with a 357 revolver, an Afghan terrorist, and this military policeman. What he is doing is he's got his gun sideways and he is racking around. They could not have a round in their Beretta. They were armed, but they could not have a round in their Beretta. So he ducked around the corner while the terrorist turned and was shooting at the others. And then he racked his round and came back around the corner and shot the piece of shit. Now, the piece of shit is still alive. They haven't said his condition. Now, there was some pictures circulating. You can find them on the internet. And I can tell you from a paramedic's point of view, he didn't look shot enough. and I say that because his head was still intact. His chest was still intact. There was no signs of entrance or exit wounds. And his abdomen was still intact. There was no signs of deformity or anything that was out of the normal. I didn't specifically look at his genitalia because it looked rather small, which doesn't surprise me. And I couldn't tell on the lower extremities if he was shot in the lower extremities. But supposedly he ran out of ammo about the same time this guy come around the corner and was exchanging rounds. But he'd already done the damage. But my story is, Randy says he loves this show. My thing is, why in the goddamn Sam hell do you have a police officer with a bullet in their pocket? Now, I get that they've got their guard down and he could have walked up behind them and he could have got one round off, maybe the second. But this guy, he had to seek cover to chamber around to turn and open fire.
Yeah.
Now, why is our military, why did they do that? That's absolute bullshit.
Yep.
That is, you're putting our troops in harm's way. That's if you're going to say they're not in harm's way, why in the fuck are they wearing bulletproof vests? You know,
Yeah.
Kind of like the Chicago mayor that says it's a safe city, but when he speaks now, he wears a bulletproof vest. Lying piece of shit. So it's absolute bullshit. They are trained police officers. All right, so it gets better. So after this incident now, they can only patrol with DC Metropolitan Police. In other words, if they are out, they have to have a DC police officer with them. That totally defeats the purpose of them being there. Does it not?
It does.
They're policemen in the military. They went to the same post, Police Officer Standard and Training Council. They hold the same certifications. Maybe it's a little different in West Virginia. Bring them up to speed in DC. Oh, in DC, you can't have a fucking round in your gun.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So,
Even
fine.
I keep the bullets in my 40 cal. In
my Glock here at the house, I do not because of squirt. But all the others, hell yeah. So I know you can't chamber around in my 380 or my 9.
Yeah.
Or one of the others that I might or might not have. But yeah. So see, if he'd had a round chambered, he could have dropped to his knee and took that son of a bitch out right there. Headshot. Right there. One and done. Drop the fucking.
Now,
sorry. And by the way, if I piss any of you butterflies or snowflakes or fuckers off because I say that son of a bitch didn't deserve to be shot in the head, then you're listening to the wrong goddamn channel. Unsubscribe right now. Sorry, not sorry. He should have been shot in the fucking head right there.
You just totally excited me. Can you say that again?
No, if I pissed off anybody by saying that piece of shit didn't deserve to be shot right there, point blank in the head, then unsubscribe, go away. I don't want you on my channel.
Now, I wanted to ask you, are we sure that his cartridge that he had didn't run out of ammo and he had
he hadn't unloaded at that point because this guy at this point, he is still firing his revolver. So he had to duck around the corner and you see he's got the Beretta out. Yeah. And it appears that it's sideways because you don't see the handle protruding out of the bottom of his hand, which you should see the clip. And it appears it's sideways and he's having to chamber around from everything I've been told. Okay. So Randy says that's why you carry a revolver. Well, the problem with carrying a revolver, and I'm not going to disagree with that, but the problem with carrying a revolver in the inner city of Atlanta, you'd be about 15 rounds outmanned. So
well, that's true. Get speed loaders, people.
But then again, once again, it's all about shot placement. 2 to the head, 1 to the chest. And that doesn't work. Back up and try again.
No, it's 2 to the chest, 1 to the head.
Okay, whatever. Just shoot 3. No, actually, just unload the whole clip on this piece of shit. So, well, no. Okay, so the military is actually trained different than police, and I've been on both sides of this a little bit too. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a fucking scientist, but the military shoots to drop the target, but they have unlimited rounds, more or less. So that's the way their training is. The police are trained to shoot until the threat is over. So if that means unloading your weapon in somebody, sorry, not sorry, I'm going to go home at the end of the day.
Well, see, when I was at work, I carried 2 full 15 clips and a full 15 clip already in my weapon. And there was always a bullet in the chamber.
Yeah, I mean, what is the point of owning a Porsche if you're going to park it in your garage with no gas in it? You know? I mean, honestly, what is the point of it? Why is I mean, that's like on 9/11, DC National Guard was one of the first planes in the air. They had no missiles or rounds. They had already decided that somebody was going to have to take out a jet themselves. Kamikaze style. That's documented. You can go look that up. So,
well, that's nice.
Yeah, they had no live ammo. And of course, at the time, and I understand it, but at the time, the military, there's a thing on jets where they could not engage civilian or general aviation. It wouldn't allow, their computer wouldn't allow them to lock on. That's since been changed. So, but yeah, I could go on about that. But my point is,
You're
this
pissed.
guy's going to feel sorry the rest of his life that two of his partners, his group, I don't know what they call them, platoon, whatever they call them, where one died and one's in horrible condition because he had to duck around the corner and chamber around. So he's going to feel horrible the rest of his life over this, and it was all avoidable. So, and don't get me going on saying it would be avoidable if they hadn't been there. You could say it would have been avoidable if they hadn't been on the same damn street too. So you make there's no sensible argument there. They were tasked to do a job. They volunteered to do it, and they served. She was going through pre-law, I believe. She was in college. I do know that. I don't know what her major is. She was probably going to be a scientist. I don't know. But, so they were both police officers. That's, what everybody I want everybody to understand this. They were police officers. So it wasn't like they were just guys and gals walking down the street in camo. So, and they had volunteered to go serve. At the time, they were blocks away from the White House. So they were protecting federal ground. So, and Chris says it wouldn't have happened if a terrorist wasn't allowed here. Yeah, well, we're going to get on that. You're going to get me going that too. Trump has invited the families of both of those to the White House. So we'll see. We'll follow up on that story. And I'm sure that, well, from what I understand, when they took Sarah, Specialist Beckstrom, from the hospital to the medical center, well, it's not from what I understand. From what I saw, there was a procession of course, military vehicles, all kinds of police vehicles, fire EMS units from around DC. There was quite a, what do you call that? It's not a caravan, procession. Yeah, there was quite a procession when they took her to from the hospital to the medical exam, DC medical examiners, and her family requested that they didn't release to the press when they went from the medical center to Joint Base Andrews, and they didn't want a big procession or a big scene. They just wanted to get Sarah back home. Yeah. And so I'm not sure if Sarah will be buried. She'll probably be buried at National Cemetery in West Virginia. I'm not sure if President Trump, he has said that if he was invited, he would attend. So I think there's some key words there. If he is invited. So, so, and we should respect Sarah's family's privacy at this time. So if they don't want anyone around and they want a private ceremony and have it all to themselves, well, then let's give them that peace and privacy, and we can hold something for her later. So I'm sure she's going to get some kind of awards, probably a promotion. Not that it's going to do a damn bit of good, but better than nothing. So there's now talk that the shooter, I'm not even going to say whatever Muhammad's name is, I don't give a rat's ass, was part of a CIA-backed unit. And so, and I also I'm going to go off on this too. They shouldn't have been here. They couldn't. How can you vet someone to give them U.S. citizenship or visa or whatever it is, asylum, from a country that has no rules and no government? How can you? Who do you call? The Department of Anarchy? So there was no way of doing that. So them saying they were vetted was a goddamn lie from day one.
I seen a news thing where they said that most of them, when they came in on that program that Biden had started, that they didn't have time to vet them because they just had to get them in. And so most of them
recruited them into the CIA. But even if you ask people, I'm going to go back a step. The CIA recruited them in. some of them were already, here's a little known secret that probably don't know. Some of them were actually already in the United States, and the CIA brought them into the program and took them over there. They also recruited from over there. But ask any operator that was over in the sandbox, and they're going to tell you they didn't trust them worth a shit, because many of them turned on their soldiers. So, I mean, I got a story about that. I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I probably get in trouble for saying it. I'm not allowed to. But some of them were already over here in our university system, and CIA recruited them. I can say that, I guess. But how do you, when you're going to bring those people, at least you got some clue they've been here in the States. You got a little bit of something on them. But the ones that we recruited from the villages and towns, who do you check with? There's no police department. They don't run fingerprints. They don't run background checks. Who do you vet these people through? So that was a goddamn lie from day one. Mm-hmm. Now, here I'm gonna piss off the Republicans. Fucking Lindsey Graham stood up there and said we had to do this. Now Trump's got his arm around him supporting that motherfucker. Fuck Lindsey Graham. No, don't. He needs to be fucking primaried and out of there. He's a piece of shit. Sorry, not sorry. If I pissed the Republicans off, I'm sorry. But he stood up there and said these people, he's just as bad as Biden in this to me.
Yeah.
Just as bad. Sorry, not sorry. And, we're stuck with this situation. Now they're going to call us racist because we want them out.
Yeah.
They can go on there and they can say everything they want. And here's the other goddamn thing that pisses me off. On a lot of these fuckers, his ID card, it said white. I take a little exception to that being a Caucasian male. He wasn't white. He was brown. I don't give a shit what his color was. He's a terrorist piece of shit. I'm probably going to lose my radio show today, but it just pisses me off. He wasn't white. But then that way they can skew their goddamn numbers. Oh, all these white people commit crimes, but we can't stand up there and say all the people of other colors. I'm not allowed to. In my free fucking country, I'm not allowed to. Yeah, probably lose it. Yeah, if you're going to sponsor this show, it's probably 1-800-GLEN don't give a fuck. But
I like that.
I mean,
1-800-GLEN don't give a fuck.
How do you can't vet them. And then if you say, oh, we got to get them out, you're racist. Well, they're fucking white. How am I racist? Yeah. You put on their goddamn ID, they're white.
Ooh.
How am I racist? I'm Caucasian as fuck. How am I racist? Please, somebody call me. I'll give you the phone number. Call the studio right now. Somebody tell me.
I don't know.
How am I racist?
Keep going. I'm excited right now. Keep going.
So now we've got to figure out how to get these terrorists. There's over 5,000 of them that have been flagged under the program where we checked on them. 5,000 of them that we know about. Are a national security threat, and we allowed them in under a previous administration's auto pin.
Yep. Well, we're not done with that.
Not a scientist.
Because the same organization is screwed up.
Brenda.
So let's do
there
it.
You go.
There we
Preach
go.
On this one, Brenda. Go ahead.
There we go. Because this motherfucker right
white.
here.
He's white, by the way, and this is ID. His ID says he's white.
Wait a minute. Is that the same guy from Fort Worth?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. He's on the same. He was in the same organization as the other one, sitting in Fort Worth, building a humongous bomb to go blow up places in Fort Worth from the same freaking organization.
Yeah, catch up in the chat.
Tell me there's nothing wrong, people.
Yeah, with 5,000.
Open your damn eyes.
Yeah, 5,000 of them. But his ID says he's white, Brenda.
I don't
And
care.
I'm
He could
racist
be
for saying get
purple.
out of my country.
He could be purple. I don't care.
I don't either.
I grew up in Los Angeles. I don't see color.
I grew up
I
in
like
Washington,
people.
D.C. My high school spoke 14 languages.
I dated a guy from Afghanistan when I was in California. He was a really good guy, and so was his cousin. Some
I
of
went to
these
school
people
with
are
many
okay.
people that were very nice. So yeah.
Yes, they're not all bad, but
Yeah.
when we get the bad ones, they just bring them in, teach them to be bad if they're not
Badder.
already bad.
Badder, yeah.
Badder. There you go.
Oh, hey, what? Hey, I'm not racist. I'm calling that white guy Mohammed. So
Go home. Go home. Home, home, home. Jesus
catch up on the
Christ.
chat here. Randy says, preach the word. Chris says it wouldn't have happened if they were never allowed in the country. Agreed. Randy says it's Biden's fault, and this makes me so mad over this shit. This young girl lost her life over this no good piece of shit. Or he says bastard. I said piece of shit. And Randy says, I'm glad on your show today I would be going off. Hell, I'll probably lose YouTube today. But I really, somebody answered to me. Their ID says they're white. How am I racist? Please, somebody answer. As a Caucasian male, how am I racist? Please explain that to me. So, all right, let me calm down for a few minutes and we'll talk about sports. So, over.
I wish I had a shot of something. And
don't worry, we'll get back. We'll get back on this in a minute. Don't worry, we'll get pissed off.
I didn't eat enough to kick my pills in, so I'm not high.
Damn it. So, in case you were under a rock, the 2025 college football season, regular season, ended over the weekend. Tennessee lost to Vanderbilt. I don't know why, but we did. I knew we were going to, so I'm not even mad about that. Well, won't get me going. But anyhow, so with the end of it, also came a coaching carousel between people being fired and people quitting or resigning, and then people getting hired. The most notable one, we'll go through this. Kentucky, they got rid of Mark Stoops. He was fired today officially. So he's no longer there. Michigan got rid of Jonathan Smith. Coastal Carolina, I don't even know who the hell that is, but they got rid of their coach, Tim Beck. Tulane got rid of John Summerall. But he was hired the next day or the same day. South Florida, they got rid of their coach, Alex Golsh, but the same day he was hired in Auburn. Memphis got rid of Ryan Silverfield, and well, he was hired by Arkansas. See, it's a carousel. Jim Mora, wow, what a name. He's been around forever. UConn, they got rid of him and they hired him in Colorado State. North Texas, Eric Morris, well, he was picked up by Oklahoma State. Cal, they got rid of Justin Wilcox, so he was fired. Penn State got rid of James Franklin. And UCLA, Deshaun Foster, he was fired. Trent Bray, he was fired at Oregon State. UAB, Trent Dilfer, well, that's a shocker. He was not a very good coach. LSU, here's the one that broke the internet over the weekend. Lane Kiffin, love him or hate him, well, he was recruited by LSU, but he was originally the coach of Ole Miss. So LSU called him up in the middle of the night and offered him $90 million. So
wow.
Somebody calls me up in the middle of the night and offers me $90 million, and I don't give a shit what I'm doing. I'm like, where do you want me?
Back up the kids. Let's go.
John Summerall, well, he got hired from Tulane at Florida. Good luck to him. I hope he fails. Auburn, how we talked about Alec Golish. Well, he was fired from South Florida and moved to Auburn. I hope he fails too. Arkansas, well, Ryan Silverfield, he was hired. Stanford, they have hired Travis Pitker. Jim Moore was hired from UConn to Colorado State, and Oklahoma State hired Eric Morris. Virginia Tech hired James Franklin. Kent State hired Mark Carney. So there was so many memes going around. The ESPN reporter, oh God, what's his name right there? Marty Smith. There were so many memes going around because ESPN told him, you can't leave until we get an answer. He was at Ole Miss Friday,
Oh God.
Saturday, and most of Sunday. There's a lot of memes going around. But he did get the interview right before Lane Kiffin flew out of Ole Miss to LSU on their private jet. Now, love him or hate him, as a Tennessee fan, everybody's going to say, oh, you probably hate him. Actually, I think Lane's grown up a lot since he was at the University of Tennessee. He was at the University of Tennessee for one season, and he packed up his shit and left overnight to go to USC.
I'm gonna go get a broom for you so I can just sweep for you, because
so a lot of people were mad at him. I was mad at the time. Then he got hired and fired at the Raiders, which, well, that's who in the NFL hasn't been hired or fired by the Raiders. And I think I developed a passionate relationship for following him when he started trolling the coach at Alabama, Nathan. God damn. Shit, I'm drawing a. Oh God, what's the coach of Alabama? Nick Saban. He could troll him on X like nobody's business, and I was there for it. So then he had his career enlightened. He went to Florida. He was the coach of the Owls. I think he took them to 2 championships, and then he went from there to Ole Miss. And this was the season that they had won, I think, the most games in a row, the most games in a season, and the first time in the program's history they were making the college playoffs. And a lot of people are mad at Lane. And I was a little bit pissy at first, but here's the problem. First off, he took $90 million. I can't blame a man for bettering himself for $90 million. You know, and that was, he had like $2 million just to sign on the line.
$90 million really make you better?
I don't know if $90 million would make me better, but I know that it would make me happier. So, I don't know if
only because you would go live on a beach in Florida.
But no, my point is, so the current rules in college football are, the regular season has ended. We have the playoffs now and the championship after the first of the year. So there's still teams playing. Those teams' coaches, unlike in the NFL, you can't talk to players or staff as a recruiter or agent about doing any type of transfer or hiring, firing, whatever. Well, you can fire at any time, but you can't talk to them and say, I want you to be the coach of my team while you're in the playoffs. And they're coming down on Lane saying he abandoned his team. Well, he's playing by the rules. Yeah, maybe he didn't have to accept their offer, but if somebody offered you $90 million to go do the same job just the next town over, and they're going to buy your house, buy you a new house, move your stuff, you know, would honestly, would you turn it down? He did ask to coach the kids, and of course he was denied, and I understand that, but I don't think he would have done anything nefarious. The other thing about Lane, like I said, I think he's grown up because of 2 things. He called Pete Carroll, who's a coach in the NFL, and he's been a coach in college. He's one of 3 coaches that's won a college national championship and a Super Bowl. Barry Switzer and drawing a blank who the other one is. At any rate, there's only 3 of them. Jimmy Johnson. There's the only 3 coaches in history to do that. And he called Nick Saban. So it's proven to me, as much as he's trolled Nick Saban, and I'm there for it, he called the man. He respected him that much as a mentor. And they both told him, go, take the money, go. So
take the money and run.
Yeah. So, and there's a lot of hate on him. The media, everybody was on. They were set, man. He was so hated. He is still so hated. So, but he listened to him, and he tried to explain to him why he chose LSU over Ole Miss. Money, he could build a better team. There's better opportunity for his family. He sobered up at Ole Miss. Like I said, I think he grew up. So, and why it took so long to come to the decision, I kind of think, hey, Andre, I think he was playing 4D chess. 'Cause I think if Alabama had lost to Auburn, their coach would have been fired, and he would have seen if Alabama was going to offer him $100 million. I think he was playing a little 4D chess.
One was 90 million, so 100 million. Boy, that would have just made it a little bit better.
And supposedly, Ole Miss had said they would match his salary, but the problem is they couldn't match, because here's the thing: now college football is like the NFL. I can pay you $1 million to come play on my team. At LSU, he can. At Ole Miss, they can't afford to pay the players, so he can build a better team, which is what coaches all want to do: is build a better team. They all want to win. So, I don't fault him. I really don't. So all your hate's misdirected. It should be pointed to the NCAA. Why we're paying college athletes? Those should be the question in this system, because the end of regular college football, like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, is where the recruiting starts for the next season. So he's already going to start building this team for next season.
So let me
while
ask
he's
you,
working a team.
So let me ask you this: so they're okay. They're paying the college players, right?
Yes, they're now getting paid under
2
the
weeks
NIL.
later. Now, if they don't get picked,
The players,
then what? Yeah, if there's certain players that are getting paid,
they don't make the team. Yeah, if they don't make the team, they obviously
they don't
won't
get
get the money.
picked.
Yeah.
So they don't make money after that.
No.
So how do when
You
they
can't
go
make the team.
find a new job, what do they say? Yeah, I used to have a job. I used to get paid to play football.
Oh, there's hundreds of them. Yeah, there's hundreds of them. Atlanta's loaded with them. Yeah, there's hundreds of them that, I got $250,000 for 4 weeks for training camp. Yeah, there's hundreds of
4 weeks.
Yeah, there's hundreds of people out there that because the truth is only about 1% make it to the pros. So if you figure from high school to college, it's probably only 10% make it to college. So yeah, it's if you don't make the cut, and that's the same thing, you break a leg and you're out. Well, the next guy is right behind you to move up. Now, I mean, there's some cases in there for insurance and they have to pay you, blah blah blah, but there's always somebody right. It's a dog eat dog. It's competitive. Yeah. The next person behind you, if he can throw that ball better, you're gone.
Yeah. You gone.
It is what it is. So there you go. So yeah. This was trending. I'm not really sure why we're not ready yet for playoffs in NFL, but Chris, your Chicago Bears, well, they're number one right now in the NFC, and Denver is number one in the AFC. Seattle, Tampa, and Green Bay, and Philly, freaking Eagles. San Francisco and the Rams on the NFC. They are all positioned for a spot as it stands as of yesterday. In the AFC, the Chargers, the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, the Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, Buffalo. I'm surprised they're not doing better. And New England. What the hell? New England. They're ranked second in the AFC. So, and they play tonight. So we'll see after they beat the Giants. So they'll move up in the ranks. But there you go. That was trending. Rage bait is the 2025 words of the year, according to Oxford. Rage bait. Should I have used that on my
I think you did that earlier.
Rage bait. Yeah, I'll have to go look. My subscribers probably. I'm sorry.
Hey,
but, rage bait.
I just got an email. I get a free medium 2-topping pizza from Domino's. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Congratulations, Brenda.
My email
Now
thing
go
went
ahead
off.
and-
I'm like, what
Go
is
ahead and
going
piss
on?
off half the audience. Is it pan or is it traditional or is it thin?
Nope, it's going to be a hand pan with garlic, Parmesan
Ew.
sauce, mushrooms, and onions. Oh yeah, yeah. I like the garlic Parmesan sauce.
You don't have
So
any meat
good.
on there? You don't like meat? What's wrong with you? You vegetarian?
No, but I just like
Some meat
pizzas that
on it.
have mushrooms and onions on it. Sometimes
No
I'll
meat?
even have them throw pineapple on there.
Oh God, you are disgusting. Ugh.
Shit.
All right, Brenda. 3-Eye Atlas.
That son of a bitch.
It's still a comet, even though it's pulsating, transmitting frequencies. It has jets that are firing on a
I
routine
told you.
basis.
That
So-
guy that I listened to, he said he remote viewed it, and it's got rows of reptilian aliens in it. They're all in cyber sleep. They've been out there wandering around forever, and they're going to land here. And when they land here, they haven't eaten in God knows how long. They're going to be hungry. And I
Make
don't
sure
have
to
a
have
cow
round
to throw
chamber.
them.
So make sure to
Yeah,
have a round chamber.
All of them. All of them. All of them. They're going to eat us.
I don't know if that's true or not. But,
I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny, but that's all I know is that's
Yeah.
what he said.
If I was a scientist, I'd tell you, but I'm not a
No, it
scientist.
wasn't a scientist. It was a remote viewer. Scientist.
Yeah,
doesn't-
so well, this is an astrophysicist, Avi Loeb.
Okay,
and
we'll listen to him.
he is on NASA's ass because they're not telling us everything.
right?
But they are secretly, of course, building up for possible defense. But this thing is now pulsating radio frequencies. Jet engines are firing as if they're being propelled in a certain synchronicity. So it's regular. So it's not like there's no odd thing there. It's all rhythmic, which is that goes against anything any other comet's ever done. It has multiple jets on it. December 19th is when it's going to be closest to Earth.
Okay, look at that picture. That
No.
picture looks nothing like the rock they showed us before. That is long like
That's
a
the thing.
finger.
That's the thing. They show different pictures every time.
It's because
I
NASA don't
swear
know.
they do.
NASA cannot pull its head out of its ass long enough to
Well,
even
that right
get
there.
a
That's
proper
what
picture.
it looks like.
What
That's
the
what
fuck
it
is
looks like,
that?
Brenda.
That's a little light in the
Looks
sky.
like somebody
That's
holding a
about it.
flashlight in the fog, or my vape fog.
Yes, that is what it looks like. Oh
Oh,
my
I don't know
God.
what the hell that is, but
Okay,
yeah.
nobody knows what's going on, people.
Well, that's
All we
the-
know
that's
is
the
these
other
things
one,
are
yeah.
coming, and they're supposed to be broadsiding
Yeah.
us on each side of the
Yeah,
round
the
earth,
other one
which I
is
don't
it's
believe
called
in.
it's called a pincer movement, PINCER. Wikipedia it, Google it. I don't know, AI it. Yeah, there's going to be one on both sides of the earth at the same time.
NASA,
The
suck my big toe.
synchronicity, but it's just a rock, a dirty snowball. Nothing to see here. So
Liars.
yeah, so
Liars.
everybody's up in arms. Oh, we're not even going to make it to the other stuff, Dave. We don't hurry. Sec War, Pete Hegseth, according to a Washington Post article, and they did not cite their sources, best I could find, but they said that Pete Hegseth give kill everybody orders. The president says that he probably didn't. Right. SecDef denies it, and President Trump believes him. And so they're making a big deal out of this. Here's my question. Didn't we shoot some out of the water already and send the Coast Guard in to rescue them?
Yes.
So why would suddenly we change your policy on that? That makes no sense to me. So I think they're saying this is fake news.
Yes.
So
Clickbait.
I agree. If you show it on a piece of paper, a radio, a transmission of some sort that is valid, and I'll believe it. But now we'll say Def is having a little fun with this. This book is on his Christmas wish list. It's a classic Franklin story. Franklin targets narco terrorist, and it's a teenage mutant turtle with a helmet and bazooka shooting
Shooting things from out of the helicopter. Oh my God.
yeah, he's trolling them.
Trolling. Him and Trump, I
Franklin
swear.
targets narco terrorists. He probably shouldn't have done that. It's funny as hell, but he probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, probably not.
Mhm.
Although that looks like a good children's story right there.
Yeah, it's a good children's story.
Just saying, look at it. It's like a movie. I like it. Video game. Shit, let's make it.
So, he probably shouldn't have done that. I'll give him that one. He didn't help his case by
if
doing
that was a video game, I would play that. Look at it. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. So yeah, U.S. lawmakers are going to call him to Congress, and they're going to talk to him about that. So he's going to have to. He's got to come back. Rethinking the Muslim ban. This white man is saying, why are we rethinking it? If you listen to their words, but I'm the racist. So yeah, look at Europe. It's in such great shape. And it is not racist to pause third world immigration. Well, that is not racist. We can close our borders anytime we want. So.
Yeah, these people are giving me cramps. I just can't deal with them anymore.
yeah, so it's another headline there. We're racist because of that. Oh, Venezuela. We're going to have to blow some shit up to change the news on this. They're accusing Trump of colonialism after he closed it. President Trump. See, now this one I got to get on Trump about.
Yep.
He made the declaration and didn't even tell the military. He just went out and told the press, we're closing Venezuela's airspace.
You didn't tell the military?
Maybe you should have told somebody, President Trump. So, yeah, he posted on X to all airlines, pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers. Please consider the airspace above and surrounding Venezuela to be closed in its entirety. Well, the funny thing is, he didn't tell the FAA or the military, so he might have wanted to call his Secretary of War and his Secretary of Transportation. Said, "Hey, I'm about to post this. Heads up!" But
yeah, well, you know.
Hello, Denise. Glad you're here.
Apparently, their mind reader at the military was off that day.
It was Thanksgiving, so he was bored.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe he said that in a turkey high.
Today, in the Oval Office, there's supposed to be a meeting with all the secretaries, the Joint Chiefs, to discuss and formulate a plan for us to bomb some shit. So that's supposed to happen today. So tomorrow, I'm sure the headline will be, we bombed some shit.
Or Trump called somebody else piggy again. I don't know.
Yeah, well. And then, okay, here's the deal. So Tim Walz, he's that governor from Minnesota that wanted to be vice president that couldn't. Apparently his own underlings threw him under the bus on X and named names and had receipts. And so he's in a big controversy and scandal. And first thing he says is, we think I'm bad, where's Trump's MRI? I don't understand what the correlation is there, but they've brought up the fact again that President Trump went and had an MRI done, which is, they took imaging of a part of his body, and, well, nobody knows what it was. And so on the plane last night, he decided to go to the gaggle and have a little chit chat with the media. Never a good thing, President Trump. Never a good thing.
No.
Then one of the questions come up was about the MRI.
Trump, please consider
MRI,
letting Melania talk to the
for anybody that doesn't know, is advanced imaging of a specific part of your body.
Yes.
And you can have it. I had them done on my hand when I was attacked. I've had them done on other parts of my body. But at any rate, they asked President Trump, what part of the body it was. And he said, first, this is a quote, "It wasn't the brain because I took a cognitive test and I aced it. I got a perfect mark, which you would be incapable of doing," talking about the reporter. So we come on there. So, and then he pointed at another reporter and said, "You too." And so the follow-up question was, well, what part of the body was it? To which his reply was, "I don't know."
No,
you ace the cognitive test, but you can't tell us what part of the body was put into this huge tube.
It was a big, beautiful MRI, but we don't know of what
anybody's ever seen. Nobody's ever seen an MRI as great as mine. What part of your body was it? I don't know.
When he says that nobody else could pass that, I bet he watches the beginning of our show when we do this.
It's probably Sesame Street. I would President Trump, if you by any chance or any of your advisors, agents, or the FBI or whomever, I invite you to come on. We'll take one of those daily tests. We'll just test your cognitive ability, because I can tell you I couldn't answer any of the damn questions today. So. I forgot about Wyoming, for God's sakes.
I just need to have Barron do it. Barron, come in here and go over these with us. I bet he's
if anybody has contact information, I think the number of the White House is public. You can call them. So, but so President Trump doesn't know.
Phone a friend.
He doesn't know what part of the body it was.
Can I phone a friend?
We're going to go blow shit up under his orders, but he can't tell you what part of his body was photographed. What the fuck? Come on, man.
He might have been asleep. Shit. Come on.
Magnificent, really incredible. That's what MRI stands for.
That's right.
According to Chris. So, well, supposedly he's going to handle this today. He's going to cancel all of the auto pen orders from his previous predecessor. Look for things to get really, really, really ugly if he does that. It's going to be ugly, because this could even go back to appointees on the United States Supreme Court. It could go that high.
Yep.
Hang on, America. We're about to have a shit show. So.
Yep. Everybody get your shit boots out. We're going in.
Freedom is so great. Freedom is so great. Glad we got it. Anti-ICE protesters, well, they were blocking in Manhattan, and NYPD went full Leroy Jenkins on them and arrested 18 of them, threw them multiple out of the way. We pretty much covered this when he told the reporter it was a perfect MRI. Nobody's ever seen an MRI. You couldn't pass the test. Yeah, shut up. December 2nd, that's tomorrow. Tennessee, I'm talking to you. The state of Tennessee, the 7th District, Nashville. Go vote if you're Republican. If you're Democrat, sit at home and do nothing, what you're good at.
We'll give you a little extra on your, benefits.
Tomorrow's general election, and the Democrat in the 7th District that's running Afton Bain. I don't even know how to pronounce her damn name.
The one that doesn't like Tennessee.
She hates country music.
Yep.
She hates Nashville.
Yep.
Move. Get out of there.
I know, right? Go run in Rhode Island.
What's wrong with you? Her only job is she's a volunteered at a nonprofit. Is this the new Democrat Party? They all volunteer at nonprofits. At any rate, the election is tomorrow. Tomorrow night at about 8 p.m., we will find out if it's for Matt Van Epps or Afton Bain, I think her name is. So they're replacing GOP with Republican Mark Green. He resigned in July. So Van Epps, he was a West Point graduate and Army helicopter pilot, and he's headed up the Tennessee Department of General Services under Governor Lee. And, well, she was a state representative. That was her first job, which she narrowly won. And prior to that, she was a volunteer organizer and activist. She will be the AOC of Tennessee if she wins. So
we'll catch up on
Tennessee, please go vote. If you're hearing me in Nashville, she hates country and western music. Go vote.
Yes. She hates country music. She hates Tennessee. She doesn't like nothing about Tennessee.
Yeah.
Why is she there? Why does she live there?
I don't know.
Look at
Maybe she can't.
I'll tell her like
get a
we tell
job.
the
Maybe she can't
illegals.
afford
Get
to
the
live.
fuck
I
out.
don't know.
Just get out.
Senator Mark Kelly, well, we know him from where he went on and told the troops to disobey an order. Then he's double dogged down and triple dogged down and all that. But he still can't tell you, even though he made this video, of what illegal order has ever been given.
God.
Yeah.
How long are they going to stick on that story?
Well, the problem is this is making him, they're going to keep this in the news as long as they could, because this is showing a Democrat who has a backbone, who's standing up to Trump, and it's going to move him up in the 2028. And yes, she probably does hate Rocky Top. So the problem with this is just pushing him to be a Democrat front runner in 2028. So they're going to stand on this one as long as they can, I'm sure. So this is also, she was another one of them that did it. There were 6 senators that did it. So she's CIA. No. Hey, one of your people just shot a guardsman. I don't trust your word either. Melania Trump, well, they have revealed the White House decorations. The theme is "Home is where the heart is." That sounds like a country and western song. And if you're in Nashville, voting Democrat means you hate country and western music. So there you go.
You had to throw that in there somewhere.
Yeah. So Nashville, go vote. Go vote, Nashville.
Oh my God.
Melania Trump unveiled the new White House. So the 250th, anniversary. I don't. Has there been 250 Christmases? There hasn't been 250 Christmases in the White House, but so it's going to be in patriotic red, white, and blue, featuring national symbols in a golden eagle on the top, and it's going to be holding a terrorist arm with a revolver hanging out of it.
All right.
And maybe some skull and crossbones. So.
Oh Jesus! Now that I hope they don't have that. That would not be good. That would not be a good thing.
Let's see. We talked about Tim Walz and how 400 employees went on X on official Minnesota Department of Human Services employees' accounts.
Yep. And
they gave him up. They named names, give receipts. they outed him. And then he was interviewed, and well, he couldn't answer the question, so he went on and saying, "Well, Trump, look at the fraud of Trump. Look at the."
They always do that.
Trump's fault, but he couldn't answer the question. Did you know that food stamp data shows thousands of liquor, smoke shops, probably vape shops, are all approved for EBT? Liquor stores.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
What?
So since 1939.
I mean, every store that I see that has EBT, they always have a sign that said that you can't buy liquor or tobacco.
Well, apparently you can go to 5,000 of them and buy something. Maybe you're getting your corn chips there and paying cash for your Jack Daniels. I don't know. Apparently, they have just revealed that there is actually something called Trump derangement syndrome. And, well, psychologists are actually being worn out with these sessions of it. Because psychologists try and stay neutral. I'm sure it's probably emotionally hard to, no matter which side of the political spectrum you're on. So, but apparently, Trump deranged system. Every patient that talks to us, I'm going to ask my psychotherapist if I have Trump derangement syndrome, because it says every patient's within 30 seconds talk about Trump, and that dominates the session. I talk about Brenda. Like, Brenda,
You do.
you take with this one-legged bitch. She stresses me. So, Mary Snitchmas, if you're in Idaho, you can get free beer for 30 days if you have helped catch an illegal. Yes, an Idaho saloon is helping the crackdown on illegal immigrants. Anyone who helps ICE and identifies and ultimately deports an illegal from Idaho gets free beer from 1 month at the Old State Saloon. So
Well,
you
they
have to claim
probably
your free
shouldn't have done
beers by
that.
sending a detailed email with evidence, photos, videos, and a summary including dates and times to
Oh boy.
deportations at oldstatesaloon.com.
Can I tell you what's coming up next in the news? Fire in Idaho at the God.
No, we'll get back on sports for a second. I forgot to, we're out of order here, but the brother of Tennessee and Vanderbilt played this weekend. Vanderbilt won. Still don't know why. Pays in. But the quarterback for Vanderbilt, he's a hell of a player. He really is. He's like 30 years old, and this is his freshman year. I don't know if that's true or not. But his brother, well, apparently he was drunk and disorderly in the stands, and he wouldn't remove his Vandy flag, and then he became combative with the Tennessee state trooper who went and asked him to kindly take down the flag. It was blocking others' views, and well, he was detained and arrested. So
Over a flag.
over a flag. But this is not his first arrest at a stadium being drunk and combative. Apparently it happened in Charleston at the Gamecocks. So the Supreme Court is ruling today if we'll have the internet. In a nutshell, because the ruling, if it comes down, is what they're trying to do is there's these stations that are these sites where you can go and exchange music that you bought and gave to somebody else, and therefore you're cheating a artist out of royalties by giving them away. And if it goes over electronic wire, i.e. internet, then cable companies and internet providers are supposed to turn your service off. And so what the cable companies and internets and all this are firing back is they're saying, well, you're trying to make us the police of the internet, and we are not. And that basically, if they lose this, they're just going to turn the internet off. So yeah, I mean, I support the artists and, you know, their copyright. I support that. But telling AT&T that you're going to turn off my cable is it's a bit drastic. So I don't know how that's going to go. Cyber Monday. Today is Cyber Monday. Man, there are some deals. I found some stuff for like $1 on Amazon. Yeah.
What am I getting for Christmas? A rock?
You get a lump of coal. So, but
I
yeah,
might
you
need
can. I was going to go over this, but we're running late. We got 10 minutes left. I ain't got to the other shit yet. I guess I should get my family chat out of there. Let's see here. No, it was there. Let's see. So the FEMA daily operations briefing. Well, they don't give a shit about the civilians because we only have Sundays here. So
they don't really care about us.
Yeah, they don't care about us. They're monitoring winter weather in the Central Rockies, Great Lakes, and Northeast. Pretty much most of the country. And in the Appalachians, just north of me, freezing rain. So, yeah. The hurricane season is about to come to an end. I believe last night was the last night. So, we'll go to a more recent because this was Sundays. President's scheduled at 9 o'clock. Everybody come to work. 1 o'clock was the press briefing. 4 o'clock is the he's signing some congressional bills. I'm not sure what that's about. And his secret meetings in there too sometime today about whether we're going to Venezuela. We don't have time to go over this, but you can go to the Presidency Project if you want to go back and look at the details of his golf rounds for the past few days. There's been some other stuff. Let's see. So apparently he's meeting with his team right now, according to the AP. So, and here we go. 3 of Schumer's offices have been targeted as of 20 minutes ago with bomb threats. All right.
How many offices does Schumer have?
Apparently, well, I guess he's got probably his office at wherever, the Senate, and he's probably got his office in New York. home office. I don't know. So yeah, well, 3 of them apparently have been targeted with bomb threats, according to the AP 20 minutes ago.
Well, if they're made by those people from Afghanistan, they're good.
Yeah, there you go. Trump 20 minutes ago held a call with Macron, president of whatever he is, monarchy, France's. He's the head motherfucker in charge in France, talking about Ukraine. The White House physician Sean Barbella released a statement today that said advanced imaging that is standard for an executive physical in Trump's age group concluded that cardiovascular and abdominal imaging was perfectly normal. So here's the deal. If he doesn't know what it was, maybe they just stuck him in a tube and took a picture of him from head to toe. I don't know. He didn't know.
Pretty soon you'll be able to buy a copy of that on Amazon.
Yeah, he'll sign it for you. And it'll be included with your purchase of Trump cologne. Make sure to get yours today.
Yes.
And
a hat.
Let's see. Apparently, the second strike came because there was an armed conflict. Well, it makes sense. If you shoot at me, I'm going to shoot at you. So I guess that the narco terrorists were firing, and so the drone fired back. I guess. I don't know. So apparently
the drone fired back.
Well, I don't know, but apparently that it was they were firing at whatever. I don't know if it was a drone, a helicopter, a U-boat. I have no idea what it was, but
so we have drones that fire on command, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Say I. So South Carolina is sending 300 National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. And over the weekend, Pam Bondi went postal. She said the National Guard and the military was going to be in almost every town soon. She was mad this weekend. So I don't know if that's true. So
she gets fired up. Her hair turns a little red. You know?
Yeah, she's hot. So let's see. So if you live in, oh man, we got 7 minutes, Brenda. What's wrong with you? If you live in Washington, Montana, the state that I didn't know, the square one there, Wyoming, you could get some snow. If you live on pretty much the central of the country, from Kansas up to Michigan, all the way over to Vermont, you could get a lot of that white stuff. Just below that, all the way down to the Appalachia, you're going to get a combination of white stuff and ice. Here in Atlanta, we're just going to get soaked. Most of the coast, all the way down, including the Panhandle and the Gulf of of America, is going to get soaked too. Did you catch that, Brenda?
I did.
All right, just make sure we're still on the air, right? So,
yeah, as far as I know.
Well, according to my screen down here, I've still got to go live, so it's.
I don't know why yours does that. I never have that problem.
I don't know. The only chance of possible tornadic activity is tonight or this afternoon in the sun, when the heat of the day in the Gulf of Liberal Tears heats up. The chance of tornadic activities in the Panhandle. You could see some high winds and pretty much Louisiana to Florida. So pay attention if you're down in the Gulf there. Snowfall. Well, it's going to be a lot of it. It's going to be a lot of snow. If you live in the Northeast, Boston, for example, is going to get lots of snow all the way over back to our friends in Illinois. Chris, you could see a lot of snow. In that state I forgot, Wyoming, you could see. How the hell did I forget Wyoming? That pisses me off. I forgot Wyoming.
Yeah, I forgot that was up there myself.
Well, let's see. We'll do real quick because I know AM Mayhem will be following us and give a better forecast. But Sydney, you're at 15 Celsius. Melbourne, you're at 12. Brisbane, 21. Perth, 17. Now, Sydney and Melbourne, check with your Bureau of Meteorology because you in Canberra have some weather alerts. Adelaide, you're at 14. Hobart, you're at 12. Canberra, you're at 9. And Darwin, well, yours is probably a heat wave because it feels like it's almost 30, but it's 25. So,
Darwin, my dear.
there you go. Let's see. We don't.
Andy?
Let's see real quick. There it is, Brenda, right there.
There it is,
Maryland
Andy.
Test message. If you live in this section of Maryland, it looks like Montgomery County. They have a test message out for you, so they're testing to make sure you're safe. I don't know why. Michigan, well, winter storm warnings, and well, all kinds of winter weather advisories for Kansas, Illinois, Ohio. Our friends in Ohio, Missouri. Did I say that? Beach hazards in California and wind hazards. Freeze warning in Texas, Brenda. You have a freeze warning down
Yes,
here.
I know.
So Michigan's winter storm warnings. So yeah, there's a lot of weather going on out there, folks.
Andy said, "Did you call my name?" Yeah,
Yes.
we were warning you about your weather, Andy.
Yes, Andy, you sent out a test message every day, all day. So if you look here and you're in purple, well, you're going to get some weather. Probably the white stuff. If you're south, it's going to be the pink stuff. I don't understand how they say the central Appalachia right there from West Virginia all the way down through Georgia, Alabama is not going to get anything. Usually, if it hits the mountain and comes over, it always extends down into the Northeast. I think that's fake news. See, even here on this one, it's got it doing that. I think it's going to come back down. All right, let's look at lightning right now. Well, the only storms, really, the only storm looks to be either down in the Gulf or just south of Dallas. So that appears to be the only storm currently in the U.S., the lower 48. Australia, well, it does look like you have some thunderstorms over towards Brisbane and Sydney. So pay attention to your Bureau of Meteorology. And let's see here. Right now, the people that have the most power outages, California, 16,000 people.
Always.
Yeah. Now, Texas, you're right behind them with 5,400. Let's
Thank God
see.
it's not at my house.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
shut my
see.
mouth.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
just jinxed myself.
You'll be on tomorrow and be like, yeah, well, we had an earthquake and a tsunami.
Yeah.
Currently, there are no tsunami threats, warnings, or watches, but there has been a lot of earth shakes here in the past few days. It's because of the aliens. So when the aliens get closer on December 19th, there will be more earth shaking.
Yes.
So,
You little demons, go away.
yeah. Let's see. Go over here. Supposedly the Venezuelan airspace is closed. I don't think that means to us though, but who knows? And the
Where's the
president of
Russian
Venezuela, he's what's that?
Where's the Russian boat? It ain't here yet.
No, not yet. No, I haven't looked.
That's
You can
a
go over here and look at it.
slow-moving damn boat.
Yeah, well, you can go over
Holy
here and
crap!
look at it.
What's
There's
all
a-
that?
Those are ships. These are all little Santas about to deliver our gifts from China that we order on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
This is how they get from over there to
I
over
got
here.
something coming. Find it.
Whoa. I didn't need to know that, Brenda. Didn't need to know that. Brenda and I will be back tomorrow unless we've been fired from WZQR and Radio X and Dare Talk Radio in Australia. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same location. I don't think I got anything else going on. Oh, yeah, tomorrow, check me out on the Thin Line Rock Station, www.thethinlinerockstation.com. 2 hours before coming on here, I will be spinning some records and maybe playing some Christmas music. So come check me out over there. I'll be far less controversial over there, though.
We shouldn't get fired because I apologized at the beginning of the show. I knew that you were going to go off.
Well, I can't help it. Stupid people get stupid responses. So
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, like us.
yeah, he's still alive, unfortunately. All right, so just leave it at that. Everybody have a great day, and thank you for tuning in and putting up with me.
Bye, everyone.
You can at me in Sportcat if you got something to say. Until then, we will see you tomorrow.
YouTube, hang on because we got to
YouTube,
close it out.
I'm technically not sure what button I just hit on the radio station.
Uh-oh.
Let me bring this back up.
We're going to have technical
You just-
difficulties. We're not going to be
you
able to
just,
shut the show down. We're
you
just going to
could just
stay here.
crash the station.
We're just going to stay here. Screw it.
I know. I want to make sure I'm offline.
Ongoing. Keep on going. So, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, we're off there officially in Australia. So
Okay. But we're still on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I hit the red button over there, and I don't know what the hell the red button does on the internet radio station. So
Hopefully
everybody
you
on
didn't send
YouTube
up a
and WZQR's cut us off. So everybody on YouTube, hang on. This is going to hurt Brenda more than it hurts me.
It hurt y'all more than it hurts him. Hi, everybody.
Brenda, I told you it's going to hurt her more than it hurt me. All right, I can end the show now. Brenda, we'll be back tomorrow.
Can.
Yeah, I can hit the end stream button now. I have to refresh. I don't know. It's
I don't know.
YouTube has probably banned me. We will see you guys and gals later. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for putting up with my crapola. So see you later, Andrew.